All right, welcome back to Market Day Report. I am Scott Shellady, otherwise known as the Cow Guy. Thank you very much for tuning us in today. Lots going on, and we've got a huge report at the end of the month, end of the quarter. That's this Thursday, so keep it on this channel until then, at least. All right, let's talk about what we've got going on right now, though. That's going to be our markets, and that's corn. Let's start with corn. What does that look like? I bring up that corn board, and corn says that it's about where it was the last time we checked, right? 436 and a quarter in May. That's down 1.5 cents. We've had a small range of about 5.25 cents. And go out to the East, that's the new crop. 471's last, that's on the low of a 3.75 cent range. So we haven't really done very much. We're down 3.75 cents. 471's last, and that's the East corn. All right, that's new crop. Moving over to the soybeans, that's down 8.5 cents. Right now we're trading at May. It trades at $12 even and 3/4 penny. At about 2.75 cents off the low of the day, or 1.75 cents off the low of the day, actually. So we have been through 12 bucks, but right now, just on the other side of it, that's May. New crop's down 4.5 cents to 11.94 1/4. How about the wheat? Wheat in Chicago, well, that's going to be a down board here today. Giving back some of yesterday's gains, 10.25 cents lower. 5.44 is last. That's a penny and a quarter off the low there. Well off the highs by about 13 cents. And if you go out to, say, the Dees, that's down 7.75 cents to 6.01, just a penny off the low. And 9.25 cents off the high. All right, from the Chicago wheat, let's go to Kansas City. We've got an 11.5 cent sell-off on that May contract of 5.78. Penny off the lows, 12.75 cents off the highs. Dees is down 9.5 cents to 6.05 1/4. And that's about a penny and 3/4 off the lows there. So something similar here. Yeah, spring wheat now down a dime. 6.49 is last in May. That's a penny off the lows there and about 11 cents off the highs. You go out to, say, the Dees, that's down 8.25 cents to 6.78. That's just a half cent off the lows out there. How about cotton? Well, we'll go to cotton. We'll bring in our next guest analyst. It's 161 points higher. Did not get that memo about being lower today. 93.63 is last in May. You go out to the Dees, that's up 15 points to 84.16. All right, let's bring in our next guest analyst, Tommy Grisafi. He's coming to us from Valparaiso, Indiana, I believe. No, Fargo.
You betcha, Scotty boy.
You betcha. What are you doing up
here
there?
in a blizzard? Just talking for a client tonight. We'll be at BK Seeds in Maddock, North Dakota, and Brian, always a good friend of the show. They're probably watching us right now, but there's a little blizzard right here in Fargo, and I figure I'd just set up camp. You see, I made the bed behind us and everything. It's all cozy and stuff, you know.
Right.
You know that wouldn't happen if I was really at home. It wouldn't look this put together here in the hotel room, but we're having a good time. Lots of things to talk about. Where would you like to start?
What grains would be a good start?
Oh, with grains. Well, we've had some price action in corn, wheat, and beans being a little defensive here as we have that Thursday, March 28th, end of the month, end of the quarter. We're going to have a stocks number and we're going to have an acreage number. And I will go on national TV live and say, I think the United States government's going to tell the American farmer they're awesome. They're going to plant a bunch. They have the best technology in the world, and they love to plant corn, wheat, and beans. Maybe if there was a little surprise, our friend Cotton, which you had mentioned, Cotton didn't get the memo and was still up. Maybe Cotton could pull away a few acres. But I just think that there's a lot of production ground in America. It has not all become dollar stores and homes and subdivisions. And that the American farmer, because prices were so much higher 2 years ago to today, we were just screaming in prices. They're still full-blown into large production mode. And it's going to take quite a lot lower prices to not only slow the American farmer down, but to slow down the world farmer. Before we go on break, I do want to say I do have a reason for saying this. Talking to the commercial department, we have a little segment that we call Merchandising Magic we do on ATI Pro Media. The commercial guys who work with the 400 elevators are absolutely sure there is a ton of grain out there, because who's going to know more than us on the front lines talking to the American farmer, and then our commercial department talking to the elevators who actually deal with that. So I'm not just saying this to sound cool, or Grisafi thinks markets are going to go down. Grisafi thinks you were so good at growing corn, wheat, and beans last year that you forgot to sell it, and you still have some of that. They're going to tell us that in the stocks number. The stocks number could be bigger than the acreage number, Scott. Back to you.
All righty. Well, hold you to that. We're all going to be waiting with bated breath. Stay there. We're going to go away. Got to pay some bills. We're going to come back and talk livestock with Tommy Grisafi. He's with Advanced Trading in Fargo, North Dakota. We'll be right back after this. All right, welcome back. Let's talk about some livestock because that's where the action is today here, folks, or at least more action than we have up in the row crops. Let's talk about live cattle. I've got that one up already. We're off over $2 across the board. April's down $2 exactly. 184.27 last. We've had just under a $5 range. That's huge. All right, 184.27 last. That's April live cattle off now $1.90. Going out to the D sets off 257 to 184.77, and again, large ranges of almost $5. Here's another big one to the downside. That's feeders. They're off $4.22 in April, 246.22. But the deal is that we're well off the lows by almost. Well, that's going to be almost $2.50. So that's a big range of almost just under $7, right? September, that's down $3.75. 259.97 last out there. Again, we're off between $3.72 and $4.57 across the board when it comes to feeder cattle. Real big ranges of between $6 and $7. That's what's happening there. Lean hogs, well, this one again, this is like the cotton market. Didn't get the memo. We're up 85 cents in April. 86 evens last, 40 cents off the high. And you go out to say even August is up 92 cents to 103.72. Not too bad. Let's go. I got 60 seconds left for Mr. Grisafi. Mr. Tommy Grisafi, have at it.
Scott, thanks for having me on. Such a pleasure to be here. All right. This afternoon on Scott the Cow Guy, we're going to talk about this cattle market, and some really serious things happen. Our friend Tyne Morgan broke a story. I actually just got off the phone with Tyne, and what's odd enough about the cattle market was it was actually my client and personal friend, Adam from Iowa, who called Tyne and said something weird is happening in Texas. And what we thought it was maybe smoke from the wildfires or anything else. But long story short, there's some serious concerns, and why it's affecting the cattle market, as we do have confirmed cases of HPAI that, and this is bird flu, right? So we have bird flu in cattle. What we're worried about, Scott, when it comes to both milk and cattle is that is a foreign country going to step in the next few days and say, hey, we're not taking American products till you figure this out?
Yeah. That's
and
a worry.
Also, I'm worried about interstate commerce. Back to you.
All right, brother. Love having you on. Thank you very much. We'll see you later today. The Cow got closed 1 Soto 2 Eastern. That's a cheap plug, but I appreciate everything you've done. Thanks, Tommy. Tommy Grisafi, Advanced Trading North in Fargo, North Dakota. So there you go.
On the road. Interesting that he's bringing that up. I mean, this is something that we're going to have to keep an eye on.
The knock-on effects more than the actual thing.
Absolutely. Thank you, Scott.